Well, another prominent place in Colorado is looking at a name change as well. It's named after a gruesome figure involved in the Sand Creek Massacre. CBS 4's Dylan Thomas joins us tonight with more on this story. And Dylan, Pingree Park is the latest area in question.
Karen, I'm one of many northern Colorado residents, I should say, who drives past Pingree Park while visiting the mountains, yet never knew the full story behind why it was called that. Now, some here in Larimer County are actually hoping to spread the reason behind the name even more in hope of sparking change. Tucked in the mountains of Larimer County, 2 hours west of Fort Collins, the small valley of Pingree Park is now at the center of debate.
Some people have been upset about it for a while.
Pingree Park, home to CSU's mountain campus, is named after George Pingree.
George Pingree was an Army scout at the Sand Creek Massacre.
In the massacre, innocent Native Americans were murdered, many of which were women and children. Pingree is said to have boasted about his involvement in that atrocity, which is why some, like John Gascoigne, are calling for the government to rid of the name.
Long overdue.
Colorado State already rid of it from their campus in 2015, telling CBS 4 they removed Pingree from their campus specifically because of his role 160 years ago in the massacre.
These kinds of things, I believe, take the right political and social atmosphere. And I think we're in really good shape for that right now.
Some have argued it's just a name and that it's an attempt to erase history.
We could change it to Nazi or Hitler and see if that's still just a name. Names have meanings.
Thus far, organizers say they would like the name to be switched in honor of Silas Sewell, someone who tried to help Native Americans during Sand Creek.
He wouldn't let his men participate in the massacre. Name Sewell is one that I think is respected among Native American people.
Now, obviously, that organization is a little biased because they do want that name changed. But at the same time, they're trying to present a fair argument to the federal government for that name change. So they're saying if there's anyone who actually wants to keep it or has any other opinions, they should reach out and vocalize that as well so that those who are in charge of these situations can have a full understanding of the situation when they make their decision. Reporting live in Larimer County, Dylan Thomas covering Colorado First.
Dylan, thank you.